mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yes, you love me and I love you. Putting on for my people, the local heroes, building community. Can you hear me now? Oh, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Oh, can you hear me now? 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 Hear me now.
Good afternoon. Hello. Welcome back to another episode of Can You Hear Me Now? I'm your host, Lady Madeline Patterson, with my beautiful co-host here, Miss Vicki Lynn Merriweather. We have a special guest with us here today. Listen, our children are always listening.
Absolutely.
Even when we think they're not listening, they're watching. And we have a special guest, Miss Kendra White, who is here, who's written a beautiful children's story about mothers and giving affirmations to our children and what that does, that seed that is planted in them, and it gives the opportunity to grow. So we look back, we're going to be talking to her about Walk That Walk
Oh, I like that.
by Lady Kendra White. That's my friend, my girl. I love it. Walk That Walk.
Walk that walk.
What inspired you to create this children's book, Walk That Walk?
It really was God inspired the book, right? Because I write by as a passion, but I've never considered myself an author. I've even had people tell me, well, you're in the wrong business. You should be editing books and, people's writings and stuff. But I never had that feeling. So one day I was in the shower and the Lord just said, you need to write this book. And so that's how it actually came to be. Mm-hmm. But I also wanted to honor my mother. My mother was very strong in representation. Keep your head up, shoulders back, and walk that walk. And so I wrote it in memory of my mother, right? But I wrote it also for my daughter, so that she could have something and be mindful of what she does every day, her walk every day.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And it Walk That Walk. It's so simple.
Yeah.
But it's powerful. It's like walking into your purpose. Be all that you can be.
Yes.
Just gotta hold your head up, shoulders back. I love that.
Yes, thank you. And walk that walk.
Yeah, walk that walk.
Yeah, walk that walk.
Talk is cheap. You better walk that walk.
Walk that talk. Talk is cheap.
Yeah,
and walk that walk.
Right.
What does your walk say about you?
Yeah, absolutely.
What does your walk say about you?
Yeah.
It's not what we say, it's in what we do.
Oh, what does your walk say about you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so at a young age, I love that, especially from a children's perspective, when you start depositing those seeds of affirmation of really who you are, because you're going to be stepping out into this world and these places, and they're gonna counter maybe what you have been taught.
Yeah.
I like the cover of this. I mean, I do. I'm sorry, I know you have. Yeah, because it looks like a mother looking down at a child, whatever, and the child's looking up at a mom saying, I'm paying attention to who you are and how we're moving, and how you move. Yeah. And children actually do pay attention, to how we do things.
Yeah. And it took a while just for that to grasp. We have to be responsible. We are responsible with how we're viewed, how people see us.
Yes, absolutely.
And so, it just we have to be cognizant of our walk.
Mm-hmm.
So when you look at, you said your mother was big on representation.
Yes.
And so, would she give you affirmations, or how was that component with you guys?
Yes, my mom. Huge on representation. My mom, every time we walked out the door, my mom say, now you represent me. So I want you to, wherever you go, I want you to know that you represent me. And it didn't click then as much as it clicks with us now. And I find it, I see now that we do a lot of telling our kids how cute they are.
Okay.
But we don't, and so they think they're cute. But we don't say enough about, we don't speak enough into their behavior.
So the inside.
The inside. And so my mom would, I remember walking one time, and I don't know what was going on, and my mother said, lift your head back. Don't you ever put you have your head hanging down like that. Lift your head up. And lift my head up. Yeah, put your shoulders back. Don't you ever let me see you walking with your head hung down like that. Wow. She really believed in that, presenting ourselves in such a way, regardless of what's going on. And so she kept us reminded of that. Yeah, lift your head up.
You know, she says you said present yourselves.
Yeah.
Where does that fall back from, Vicky?
Yeah.
The word.
The word.
Yeah.
And like, this is all wrapped up
Yes.
in the word.
Yes.
Present yourselves
A living
As a
sacrifice.
living
sacrifice.
sacrifice.
Holy and
and acceptable.
Yeah. Unto God, which is
A
our
reasonable
service. Yeah.
So this is
Yeah.
it's very simple at the same time. It's very powerful.
Yeah.
Because that's the first thing that you see is how you present yourself,
Yes.
how you walk in, and how you're treated. And we talk about when we're young. I remember growing up, they said sticks and stones
may
May
break my
break our
bones.
bones, but words
would
never hurt. And Vicky, as a clinical counselor, words do
They hurt.
and they linger.
Yeah, they linger.
Yes.
Oh, they linger a long time.
Yes.
We don't think, thinking back on that saying, words will never hurt me. I'm like, wait, and it's so contradictory because what does the word say about the word? Life and death, or
And the power of my tongue.
Yeah.
And so if we understand how powerful our words are, then we would, especially as people in the church who say we love people, we have to be mindful of that.
Yeah.
But we can't be hypocritical about it either. And so, like you said, if it's not deposited in us to be loving and kind and truthful with our words,
Yeah.
and we're not living the words that we're speaking, then what we speak
That's it, absolutely.
is
And that
not
is
gonna
where walk that walk. We say a lot, but what is our walk showing people?
exactly.
You know, what is our walk showing people? People will forget what you say,
they'll
but
never forget.
but what did you show them?
Yeah.
And that's what they remember.
Exactly.
What you showed them,
How you treat them.
how you treated them, your action. Because we don't only, and people don't, we don't take into account that our body and our walk speaks for us. Yeah, speaks for us.
It does.
People hear you because we have ears, but being heard, and I say it in the book, it's up to us.
Yeah.
But there's another way you can hear. And I always
Yeah.
tell my clients, it's not that I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you with this.
Yes.
But I'm also hearing you with this.
Yes.
I'm hearing you with all of who I am. If
Yes.
I'm listening,
Yes.
if I'm taking in what you're saying, then I'm not just hearing you. I'm not just listening here. I'm listening with all of me, especially with the sight.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to pay attention to you.
Well, yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm going to emulate what I see more than what I hear.
Absolutely.
Right.
And I remember, do as I say, not as I do. And that may go for some things.
Yes.
But character does matter. And what you continue to present yourself
Yes.
is what's going to last.
Yes.
The book talks about subtle correction and redirection. How do we kind of balance the positiveness, but also correcting in a way, when God kind of prunes. So even in some of those words, how do we balance some of that?
Oh, that's a good question. First off, we have to be consistent. We have to be consistent. And then that makes correction easier, right? Because you're going to always have to correct, especially when it comes to our children or the people that God has us in charge of, right? There are some people that are our assignments. These people that, that we see, that we have charge over, they're our assignments. And it's easy, so we'll always have to correct. But it's easy when they see your walk is consistent. Your actions are consistent. And so I would say being consistent, then it won't always look like correction. It'll look like direction.
I like that. Plus, there's a relationship.
It's a
That's it.
relationship,
In that.
right?
is that.
Because everybody's not our assignment, should I say? But there are people that God has placed us in charge of, and us in charge over or influence over, even as teachers, clinical.
Yes.
God are holding you responsible
Yeah.
for certain things, to
And
giving
you
them
will
the
too.
truth.
It's an accountability
It's
issue.
an accountability issue. Yeah.
It's a whole different conversation. However,
Yes.
because you talk about a relationship. Well, correction comes easier and is received better if I do have a relationship with the person, a healthy, loving, kind relationship with the person that needs correction. I'm going, even at this stage, if I need correcting, then I'm going to receive it a little differently because I'm going to take into account who's saying what they're saying.
Absolutely.
And if it's the truth, then I have to step back. I may be, but I'm going to step back and hear it. But we have people that we have to be careful with how we do that, because correction can sound like hurt, pain.
Absolutely.
It can sound hurtful. It can sound diminishing. It can sound real negative if I don't do it with love and care.
You had said something earlier when we said that we tend to kind of the praise of you look cute, your hair's done, all those things. But I was looking at some of the things in the book, like what are some of the things we might be saying that are kind of harmful?
Exactly.
Because somebody may say, "Oh, you're over dramatic.
Yeah.
Girl, you sit down somewhere. You too much."
Yes.
And that even those words can be internalized. Well, I'm too much. I'm dramatic. So there's something wrong with me.
Yes. Yes.
Versus maybe that is my personality,
Yes.
being over the top.
Right.
And
right.
there's nothing wrong with that. I may need to learn when and where to apply that.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Because I think sometimes I know for me, I made a mistake mothering my daughter like I wanted to be mothered
Yeah.
versus mothering her like she needed to be mothered.
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't realize that. And I was giving her things that I wanted or I thought I needed that I didn't get from my mom, giving that to her.
Yeah.
When really it was looking at her, there were some things I should have done better
Yeah.
at affirming and acknowledging her.
Right.
And not mothering her from a hurt place. And that's what I love about this. This is really looking at, that particular child and depositing
Yes.
love and words into this child,
Yes.
but not taking it from my
Me.
pain. Yeah.
Yeah. And one of the things that I say one of the things that I share is that a lot of times we do it, affirm, or, we do it when they need it. Because there's a time that you need it and a time that you don't, right? There's a time that you need and you come to your parents broken, and then we do it then. Why are we not consistently doing that? I heard a preacher say once before that sometimes we can do our best job at something and not be doing a good job. We can do our best job at something. And it stuck with me because that's how our relationships are. I can't be a good friend to you, Lady Madeline, if I don't ask you what it is that you need.
Right.
What do you need? Because sometimes we're just doing it from what we see, like we say at the mother, and we're doing what we think is good or is best, but it may not be what they want.
Right.
But see, when you say
Or what they need.
you can hear a difference. Because some people ask you, what do you need? And you don't hear
Yeah.
the authenticity of that.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I heard you say it, and
Yeah.
it's authentic.
Yeah.
Sometimes we can say, well, what do you need? In that way,
Right.
you know.
And it's like saying, how are you? And you really don't want to know how I am.
Exactly.
It's just kind of the surface
But
stuff.
it's a difference in how you say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always a difference in how
But
you say
then
it.
it's also what is it followed up with?
What is it?
Exactly.
Your walk. Does she really mean it?
Yeah.
Because you can tell. That's the book.
Yeah.
So you can tell people that I'll be there for you, but when they call you, you can never make it.
Exactly.
So I know you heard me, but being heard is the follow up.
Yeah.
It's the making sure that you follow up. So now they're comfortable enough to call you and ask you to do something.
Yeah.
Right? I know you said it, but are you really believed?
Right.
Do you really mean that? Because I heard you say it, but you don't ever follow up. I've called you a couple of times and you never showed up. I'm here for you, but are we really here? So are we really, really being heard?
But
And being heard is is up to us, right?
Yeah.
It's up to us. It's up to me that I make sure Lady Madeline hears me, right?
Yeah.
Make sure she hears me. I know you hear me,
Yeah.
but did you hear me?
And there's a connection
There's
there.
a
There's a connection there,
Yeah.
and even with the Lord, the more you spend time
Yeah,
with your daughter, whomever you're spending time with,
yeah,
the more you can already be in tune,
yeah,
and you kind of just feel, even if they say, "Oh, I'm okay," there's
know.
something there,
yeah, yeah,
and that's why I love starting at a young age, depositing
yeah,
the positive affirmations. Know who you are. Be truthful. Be honest. Be loving. And first off, love who you are.
absolutely.
Because too many times I think we don't know who we are and love ourselves enough to appreciate that God loves us, and so we don't know how to love somebody else because we don't really feel that we're loved.
You said it earlier. A lot of times growing up, the real me, the one that was created, fearfully and wonderfully made,
Yeah.
it gets stifled because parents at that time, at one point in time, they really didn't understand that redirection piece,
right.
And so the part of you that's over the top, that's too much, is told to sit down, calm down, and be quiet.
Oh my God.
And so with that, you don't know what you're sitting down, what you're trying to calm down, and what you're
Yeah.
telling to be quiet.
Yeah.
And that's hurting the child instead of letting the child be who the child is. So how, as a child, am I going to learn to love who I am if who I am is being told to shut up?
Because I did
That's
hear,
so good.
I heard this sermon too, dealing with uniformity is not conformity.
Exactly.
And I think we try to make people conform
Yes.
to be this boxed thing
Yes. Yes.
versus accepting who you are and how do I navigate in these different spaces.
Yes. Yes. I spoke at a church, and one of the things that the Lord had showed me when I was writing my sermon is that we made show out a bad thing. We made it. You over there showing out. But if showing out is displaying and being our best representation of ourselves, then we don't do it enough. But we had our children believing that show out was a bad thing. See, the problem is that we don't show out when we should. And when we do, it's for the wrong reasons.
Yes.
But we had our kids singing, "If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands." That sounds like a show out to me,
Yeah.
right? But then we tell them,
Don't
don't you be showing out.
Good though.
That we really do.
We really do, right?
We do.
We do. Because we show out at these games, at these basketball games, right? For these fans and these players and spend all this money, and these people don't even know us.
That part.
Okay? We show out for that. And as women, we show out for these men and these husbands. But when you going to really show out when it really matters? When you going to be the best representation of yourself?
So because why? Because when we do, let's say when somebody is confident,
Right, we're killing someone's confidence.
yes, but and the one that is confident that walks into the space
Yes.
is
And you
looked at like, well, you doing too.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
can't she do
What
too
she does.
much?
Why can't she do too
Why
much?
can't she be all that she can be?
All that she can be.
it's labeled back. Yeah,
Right.
I have a 3-year-old,
Right.
and you know
And
my
we say it all
3-year-old.
the
Lovely,
time.
yes.
It's my grandchild, and she's all over the place. I mean, she is from here to there, and she'll give you the look, and she'll do the head spin and the whole nine. And her mother, Sydney's a great mom, and people will say, you know, she's being too much, and Sydney will look at her and I say, Sydney, keep your mouth shut.
Yeah. Why can't they be too
But
much?
Why can't
but
they
the
be too
people
much?
around her, she's got a good group of people around her that let her be all that she's gonna be.
Yeah.
Because you want her to be. You want her to
Yes.
that energy in her will change into what it's gonna be. It's gonna manifest itself the way God wants it to be
manifest
manifested when
itself.
it's time.
And it'll mature
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
too often, our children are labeled either bad or unmanageable or
Yeah.
however. But do you understand really what we're doing when we tell a child or even adult who's learning to love themselves?
Yeah.
You too much.
Yeah.
You too much.
Do you think some of this is cultural or society wrapped because of the the position that we have been in as people of color in this country, to where some of our generations have said, you know, don't
Some
do
of
too
it.
much, don't do too much, because we don't want to cause too much attention
On ourselves.
on ourselves for fear of whatever may be going on.
Right. Right.
And so, some of that may be feeding into our culture a little bit because of,
Yes. Yes. I think that, we have been labeled because someone didn't represent themselves correctly. Right? And so all of us have been labeled and put in this box because of the representation that they saw.
Yeah.
And so that's how we get labeled.
yeah.
And so
Yeah.
we have to expose the lie. And so
I like that.
We have to-
Expose the lie.
we have to expose the lie because that's what they showed you. That ain't who I am.
It's part of what they showed us, and going back, sometimes it's back in the day, it was a protection thing.
Yes,
You
yes.
know, if you
yes.
show out too much or if you're too loud
Yeah,
as a person of color,
Right.
you might be hanging from a tree,
Right.
found
Yeah.
dead somewhere because you brought too much attention to you. And so parents taught us to kind of taught certain, you had to be quiet. You had to sit a certain way. You had to, at that time, you really had to walk with your head down.
yeah.
Our
yeah.
parents thought they
Yeah.
did. Because if you didn't, then guess what?
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's so that's why this is it's a good balance of giving confidence, but also wisdom and knowledge of your environment.
Yes.
But that's still it's really still sad. It's 2026, and we have to still be careful in our communities of how we give our confidence to our children,
Yes.
because if they're too confident in certain spaces, others might feel threatened or whatever.
Right. Yes. Yes.
And
It's how we want. How do we want to be seen?
yeah,
Be that.
yeah,
And that's what you tell your children.
Yeah.
How do you want to be seen? Because if you don't want to be seen as the gangster,
You
don't
don't
be the
be
gangster.
one. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Right?
Yeah.
If you don't want to be seen as whatever, we want to live a life that we live how we want to be regarded. If we want to be kings and queens that we are, be the queen that you are. I don't need no crown. Be the king. That's what because we're too, like I said, we say it all the time. You're so pretty. Give them something that they can live with.
yeah.
Because pretty gonna fade. It's not sustainable.
That's right. Or you're gonna chase after pretty,
Pretty.
You're
then-
going to always try and be that.
Exactly.
You're gonna always try to be that.
and then when something happens and something
Yeah.
disfigures you, immediately your
Yes.
identity is just, I guess I'm not pretty. I'm nothing else.
I have nothing else.
Yeah,
But I'm a queen.
absolutely.
And part of that, because going back to even, you have to go back and talk about that, what it was before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because one of the things the Bible does ask us, or encourages us to seek knowledge. And so I began to change how I think by doing that. And so some of the teaching that I had back then, that can change as long as I choose to educate myself. And I tell people all the time, it's not about what I learned in a formal education at a formal, like at a college or something like that. Colleges are important, but it's what you sink yourself into, what you choose to learn, how you choose to learn. Open a book.
Open a book.
Open this book. Open a book.
Yes.
Open a book. Listen to something. Listen to somebody. Sit down and have a conversation with people, but educate yourself on what is truthful and what's real. Because I don't know who I was talking to the other day, and talking about the Bible, and I was like, but they told us not to wear, to women not to dress like men, and so we equated that, well, you can't wear pants to church.
Right.
Right.
But that's not what that meant.
Yeah.
You know that. But if you don't understand, if you don't do the research and you don't let God direct you in what you're really reading, then you're gonna hear what this level is telling you about the word, and not what God is telling you about the word.
Yeah, that's true.
And what is your circle affirming?
Yeah.
What is your circle affirming, right? Because if you hear it enough that you are a queen, you're beautiful, and if you hear it enough, what is your circle affirming? Is your circle affirming you what God says, the truth about you?
Yeah.
That's why
This.
I'm just going to read just a little bit of some of this. I want people to understand something with this young girl. As she gets ready for the day, and her mom is talking with her. Where's the piece I wanted to pull up? Oops. So she's all excited to. The mom says, I run to the door only to be called back. Kendra, where's my sugar? Mom yells. I run back, kiss Mom, and rush to the door. But I'm slowed down by all the locks I have to unlock. I can hear Mom's getting closer. She says, now slow down and don't forget to walk that walk. Yeah. So before she gets out the door, Mom's saying, don't forget, you gotta walk that walk.
Yes.
And which reminds me of your mother saying, when you leave this house, you're representing me. I heard those same words.
Yes.
The family name.
Yes, yes.
You are representing that. But even more so, you're representing yourself.
Yes.
And everywhere you go is where you are. So who are you showing up to be?
Who are you showing up as?
Are you walking that walk?
Yes.
Are you walking that walk the way that reflects how you want to be seen?
Yes.
Or are you walking the walk in a way and you're saying, why are they treating me this way? Why are they acting like this?
Yes.
Because sometimes they're presenting how we're presenting ourselves.
How we're presenting ourselves. Yes.
With this, I know this is for young people, but also for older ones. Yeah. Have you noticed, this is for both ladies, how the relationship has changed from your daughter, when she's younger and now they're older?
Okay.
I'm finding some changes, and I've got to look at things a little differently, and how I mother her, and it's sometimes a little difficult for me to flip that switch and allow her to be who she is growing into. How has that been for you?
And I'm learning, right? There's no rule book on parenting.
No,
there's no rule book on a mother. I believe that I am a better mother now than I was when she was younger, because I was only doing what I thought I should do, right? Yeah. And then I heard somebody say that just because you're doing being your best at something don't mean you're doing a good job. So now I'm more cognizant, and I want to ask her, what is it that you need? What is it do you need from me? How can I help you? But I also am mindful that she needs direction, because she's also grown, right? So she needs we need to direct them, but also understand that they have their own crosses to bear. So yes, it is different now, and what she needed when she was 8, she don't need that anymore. So we have to realize what stages we're getting them at, we're directing them at.
Yeah, and do you find sometimes even in those stages, they want to revert back to being 8? And we try to find, that
And you're like, girl, no. And she'll always be
right.
My baby.
Yeah.
right? But I need you to grow up and get it for yourself, right?
Yeah, I'm reminded all the time.
Yeah.
Because Cindy will come to my room. I said, girl, you got a whole husband.
Yeah.
And she's like, but you my mommy.
Yeah.
But you got a whole husband. And she'll climb in the bed, and I'm like,
Yeah.
and it's what she needs at that moment.
what
So, and
she
it's
needs,
okay.
yeah.
I am thankful to her because she's very affirming with me. It has done a switch to a certain degree. So it's just a different when you start parenting an adult child.
Yeah.
You have to. I have to let her be heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, at that time, I tried. I'm a better parent like you. I'm a better parent now than I was then. But it's a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I wanted her to know that she's heard.
Yeah.
Even when I'm want to go in my room and shut the door because
Yeah.
I'm had enough today. But if she walks in a certain way, then I have to sit up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm finding kind of that
Yeah.
dance. It's like a dance, and then some days I'm thinking she's still there, and I'm trying to. It's like, no, I'm not. I don't need you like that anymore. It's like, okay, let me redirect myself.
Yes.
Myself.
Yes.
But, and the most difficult
Yes.
lesson, I think, because you said it, is like they have their own cross to bear, and I want to save.
Yes,
We do. We do.
I mean, I want to
It's our
automatically
babies.
save, and I'm like, step back.
It's our babies,
Step
but we
back.
have to. Yeah, we have to
back.
build them for life.
Yeah,
We have to
And
live
life
in-
is tough.
It is.
And it's not going. You ain't gonna always have the cushion that mom provides to fall on.
And that's what we mess up.
You ain't gonna always have and that's where we mess up. And if you allow them to be responsible and accountable for their own actions, they'll look to God. That's where we send them to.
Exactly.
They'll send. Listen, I can't fix everything, because there was a time, and that's one of me and my mom. One of our struggles was because she think I'm magic, and I'm not. And so I'm trying to get out the way so that she could kind of maneuver and fix things on her own, because Mama's always fixing it.
Yeah.
And listen, but Mama's going to God, and that's where you need to go.
And that's the way that we need to direct them so
Right.
that they can.
So that they can.
And they can understand that they have a faithful God.
Yeah.
That relationship. That they have a
Yes.
relationship.
Yeah.
That they have to build their
Yes.
own relationship.
Yes.
You can't depend on mine.
Yeah.
yeah,
Ain't it amazing how that we say, and I'm sure you guys heard it, like I'm still living on my mom's prayers. Had it not been for my mother, had it not been for my mom's prayers, I'm still living. I'm living proof of the prayers that she prayed.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's keeping me day by day.
amen.
Every day.
Ooh.
All day.
And I think about what we've deposited. I'm grateful.
Yeah.
I know I've deposited some seeds. I know you did. I know you did.
Absolutely.
Even though we're better moms now, there were seeds
Yeah.
that were deposited in these children.
Yeah.
And the Bible is true. You train them up in the way that they should go, and the Lord, and when they are old, they will not depart. They may stray,
Yeah.
but they won't depart. And
Yeah.
I'm grateful for that. And it's books like this and moms who are trying to pay attention to
Yeah.
that child
Yeah.
and giving them what they need. You said something that it's like, sometimes I have been guilty of trying to solve my daughter's problems,
Yes.
being that everything for her, and it's like, no, I can't physically do that. It's giving her what she needs so she can go to God, who is the one who can be everywhere that she needs to be,
Yeah.
who already knows her, who can equip her, and it's getting her built up in that strength.
Yeah, absolutely. And pieces of our story, me and my daughter's story, is in this book. We prayed every morning and every night
That's beautiful.
before she walked out the door. And so, I know she knows how to pray. But she thinks, they think I made it look like magic, like God is only hearing me. No, I need you to pray. I need you to pray.
Yeah.
So it's just those deposits, those nuggets, though, and it's like you said, it's so simple. Walk that walk every day.
Every day.
One of the things that I used to say to her every morning is, good choices and wise decisions. When she left, good choices and wise decisions. She used to get tired of me saying that. Are you making good choices and wise decisions? Good choices and wise decisions.
I like that.
That is good.
I like that.
Yeah, because it makes you think.
It does make
I
you
hope
think.
that when you're about to do it,
You thinking?
Good choice and wise decision. Yep. It's those little things that keep staying in your mind.
good choices and wise decisions. I'll say it now.
I like. I'm gonna have to get a T-shirt.
Good choices
and
wise decisions.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Well, you said this book, because I'm laughing at everything on here, because I'm going to have to get a copy of the book. I'm going to have to get a few, because I'm going to sit them in my office. I work with adults. No, I'm going
Absolutely.
to they have this thing now where you go back and you to reparent yourself. That's an absolute fantastic way of doing it. Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely.
And I've told adults, I said, when I hear somebody saying something, I said, you need my book. Not being the queen or representing themselves correctly. Girl, you need my book.
Oh, I want to read it. I want to do it for me.
Yeah.
And Sydney and Callie can have a copy.
Yes.
Then they'll be on a desk, and I can open it up when I have somebody that needs to reparent a certain way.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we do.
We do.
Yeah, and that's why I said I loved it, because it was even more so of really looking at individually.
Exactly.
I as a mom, I did, like I said earlier, I parented the way I thought, where my mom didn't do certain things. I was like, I'm going to make sure my child has all the things. And then we recently had a show and had some conversations, and I'm grateful that she was able to share, like, well, that's not what I wanted. You never asked me. But I grew up in a house where you didn't ask. Like, it was like, no, you're going to do this.
Yeah.
But looking back, it's like, no, what do you like? And maybe you don't know. And so maybe there's things parents can explore some things, and looking at some, things that might be better for that particular child and that fit.
Yeah.
So I had to swallow that a little bit and go, okay.
Oh, we've had to swallow some things. I always tell, as a parent, if you think you're just the perfect parent, ask your kids.
Oh, they'll let you know.
Oh, they'll let you know what they.
Oh, gosh.
Ask your kids. I'm sure they would. They got something to say. They say, well, I really didn't like when you used to do that all the time. I didn't like that, Ask your kids. And they'll appreciate some things when you're older. And when they get older, they're wise enough to be able to tell you, that didn't help me at all.
Well, I think I did. I went back and I had to ask.
Yeah.
When they got older.
Yeah.
And then I had to do some apologizing.
Absolutely.
Because, I did. It's just the reality of things. I wanted to say, look, on this, I know I didn't do my best. And I knew it. So I'm apologizing to you.
Yeah.
But now if there's something that I did inadvertently that I want to apologize for that as well. And we can talk about it.
Yeah.
We can talk about it.
Yeah.
Then I say the next statement. And if you're not accepting my apology at this point, go find a therapist. Because, there's some things that I cannot fix with them at this point.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
even when they call you out on some things like that, it's giving yourself an opportunity to share, but also, now what are you going to do with that information? And you can keep holding me hostage. That's your choice.
Yes.
Or you can say, here's my reason. You can accept it if you don't. That's on you now.
Yeah.
It is.
That's on you. And I've learned how to release my guilt of the past and can now move forward. And I do recognize that there are things I've done and could have done differently. Okay, you're right.
Yeah.
Now what?
Yeah.
Well, my daughter flat out told me. I was sitting in a group one day. I was doing a group with a bunch of women, and it was an exercise we do so that we can find where we have some shortcomings, so to speak. I guess and she's Mine was, I have control issues. And I look at, do I really have control issues? And they're like, yes, Miss Vicky, you have control issues. Then we turned around. I went home and I told Sydney about it. And she was like, yeah, Mama, you have control. And so, but it brought up stuff that I know I needed to look at.
Yeah.
So sometimes even having those conversations, there are things that come up that we as adults I still need to kind of look at.
Yeah.
You know, just having those conversations.
Yeah.
And she called me out the other day, and I was like, do I really do that? And I was like, oh, wow, I guess
I do.
I do. Wow, I didn't even realize
Yeah, you don't.
that was a pattern that I was exhibiting.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to thank you for sharing. Now that I'm aware, I may not go away immediately, but now I can work on
Exactly.
More cognizant.
Yeah.
of what that is. Yeah, and that was, but I'm grateful that we're at a space where I did not feel hurt by or feel like you did this wrong,
Yeah.
but it was more of a conversation.
It's a conversation.
Yeah, and I appreciate that.
And it's more effective.
Yes,
It's more
Yes.
effective, you know, and that goes back to, like you said, the correcting. It's really direction. You know, we
Yes.
all need some directing.
Right.
All of us.
all of us.
Need some direction, and we're all always going to need some.
Yeah,
We always want that place where somebody, you know, that holds us accountable, right? Makes us accountable, and that's where, anyway, it makes us accountable.
it does. It does.
The mic.
Uh-oh. Oh, your mic fell?
Yeah, it did.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, guys.
You know, I think we do. I think we all.
You know,
Correction is about love, and so until
but God
we
corrects us.
transition into a place where we're not able to receive anything on the other side of this, it's gonna always be that.
Those he loves,
He's correct.
he chastens. Yes,
speaking of our daughters,
Uh-oh.
our daughters.
in this season, what do you hope for your daughter in this season?
We always hope, as parents, that they've listened,
Yeah,
that they've heard us, you know, and they live out what we wanted them to live out. You know, like, you know, that was one of the big things when she went off to college. You know, you're hoping that everything that you've instilled, all of the correcting and the corrections and the parenting and the mothering and the things that you said, they actually heard you. They actually heard you, right? When it get tough, they actually know to go to God.
Absolutely.
You know, they actually heard you when you said, you know, Mama's gonna always be there, and I want to be the first one you call. That they actually heard us. Don't get out there and don't do certain things. That when it comes up and it presents itself, because it will, those certain things that you don't want me to do, that they actually heard us. Be responsible. Did you hear us? And Mom, yep, and I did this, and that's what you want to hear.
yeah,
That's what you want to see. You want to see that, golly, that they're living a life. It's a life well lived and responsibly lived with integrity, with accountability, with respect. All of these things. That's what we want for our children.
yeah.
That's what we want for our children.
I agree. You have something I want to add, Ms. Vicky?
It's similar with mine. The first thing what I really want for them is that they have a relationship with God first.
Yes.
Don't, have that relationship and be obedient to what God is telling you to do.
Yeah.
And if there's a voice, including mine, that has gotten in your head that is opposing what God is telling you, you move that out of the way. I want you to hear God first.
Yeah.
I want you to really be obedient to
Yeah.
who God is calling you to be. Period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at that, especially in this time and in this climate.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to be tested.
Oh gosh.
Who?
And
Every day, all day,
it's-
some days.
yes.
Yeah, we are.
And Psalms speaks of the word have I hid in my heart that I might not sin against thee.
Yeah.
Having the deposits of the affirmations of the word, having that growing inside,
Yeah.
so that when it presents itself with all this negativity that's coming, you know how to fight it.
Yes.
With the word.
With the word.
With the word.
With the word.
With the word, because I don't know if we were talking, but I said it earlier, and the fight is coming, or it's already here. It's already
Yes,
presenting
yes.
itself. And what the enemy will try to do is attach itself to those things that we like or that we
Yes,
struggle with.
absolutely.
And so it's going to be so important for us to
Yes.
be rooted in that word. And if we fall and fail, pick ourselves right back up. God is so
Don't stay
faithful.
down.
God is so faithful.
Faithful to forgive, because he knows we're going to mess up. And that's my prayer, is that walk, that it doesn't mean you're going to be perfect.
It's not, no.
It means, hey, I messed up.
No.
Lord,
no.
forgive me. Let me get back up. I'm going to walk that walk again. I'm going to keep getting back up. Like Donnie McClurkin says, we fall down.
You get back up.
We get up.
back up. Yeah, we get up. And that's what I pray that the book does. I pray that it is thought provoking, right? I pray that it is thought provoking. I pray that it has us, makes us mindful of and intentional with everything we do, right? And that's something I learned that I practice now, is I try to be real intentional with what I say, what I do, how I move, because I know that my representation matters, not only for how I'm seen, but how we're seen.
Yeah.
How we're seen as colored people, as parents, as church folks, as black folks.
Yeah.
My representation matters, and it matters to those that are watching me.
Yes.
Matters to those that are watching me. And one of the things, and so that's the why I thought of Jeremiah 6:16 that goes with this book. And so, because it spoke to, I think, and I'm not going to say it word for word, but I think the Jeremiah 6:16 says, go to the top of the mountain. Look out, and then ask for godly direction. When you get it, do that. Walk that. That's what it says.
Yep, that's what it says.
Look out.
He said,
Stop.
He said,
Stop.
this is what the Lord says: stand at the crossroads and look, ask for the ancient paths, ask where the good way is, and walk in it, and you will find rest for your souls.
Do that.
See, it goes.
It's thought provoking. It makes you stop.
It goes back to faith without works.
It's dead. Yeah.
So I'm depositing all these things, but if I'm not walking that walk, what good is it doing?
Yeah.
What good is it doing if I'm not walking out? And they say, walk that out. Walk
Walk
it
that
out.
walk. Yeah.
Walk that
it
walk.
out.
Yeah. Yeah, walk your faith out. Walk
it out.
Don't be ashamed of who you've been created to be.
Absolutely not.
And I think there's, because of social media, because of all the things we tend to compare.
Yeah.
I don't have this, I don't have that, I'm not as good as, but baby, you're the only one of you.
Yes.
You're the only one of you, so be that best version of you.
How do you want to be seen?
Yes.
And we'll do that. Be that. How do you want to be seen?
Yeah.
Because we want people to call me this, and I'm this, and I'm that, and I'm. Okay, well, be that.
Yeah. It's
be that then.
I remember I was working in the federal government. I was walking down the hall. I was probably GS5 at the time, little clerk. But I was walking. I remember somebody said, "Oh, she just thinks she's all that." And I remember feeling like, "Oh,
what am I doing?
What am I doing wrong?
Yeah.
What am I doing wrong?" I remember going home and talking to my parents, like, "No, you need to respond to yourself. I am all that."
Absolutely.
I can say that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm all that, and you can be all that too.
Yes.
Me being all that doesn't take away
from somebody
else.
Yes.
And I think that there's this myth that if somebody's walking around proud, like that means you're not.
Yeah.
But why wouldn't you be? And I think that can be a touchy feel, for me, because coming from the church and being the daughter of somebody, you do. And I mean, I was in a book hiding myself, and it was still seen by association. You think you all that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I am. That's not my even That's not who I was. Even at that time,
Right.
that's not who I was. And to hear people in church say that, it's like it'll make you feel less than.
Yes.
And we don't, again, back to the words, we don't know how much damage
And they don't,
that we do to the people. You know, and I think
Yes.
that bothers me.
Yes.
We're in church, and as you know, I'm going to go
Yeah, I
there.
know. Let's go,
as
let's go.
Christians or people who say we
Yes.
love Christ, and you are depositing negativity into anybody, I don't care who it is. How do you say you love God and you don't love His people when you're doing that? Because if you do, that's contradictory to me.
Yeah.
Well, but it could also be that there's something in you
Absolutely.
that
That's
you're
a
dealing
part.
with,
Yeah.
and you have not resolved it.
Yeah.
So since I am still stuck in my insecurities, I don't know how to love you.
Well, then
I don't
get
wanna
at
speak
your
to
own
you.
insecurities. Let
Right.
God speak to
But
you.
I don't think I have insecurities.
Right.
See, some of that is I don't think I have insecurities.
Yes.
I'm not insecure.
Yes, but I know, but and you don't know God enough to know that what He did for me, He can do for you.
Thank you.
You don't know God
I'm
enough
glad
to
you
know
said
that, baby. That's why I want you to go. I want you to win. Because we do it for you.
He go.
But
come
you
on
said, I'm glad you said it
know he
because
can do
I
it
would have
for me.
said it
You don't
a
know
different
God
way. You know me. Because it is a pet peeve of mine that we walk around as people of God and we say we love God and then we hurt people with our words. And it may
Yes.
be an insecurity in me,
Yes.
but isn't it my job as a child of God to go to God and say, God, if there's anything, whatever's keeping me from serving you, what?
Yeah. Take it out. Take it out.
But how do I know that if I'm not listening to him? And if I'm not listening to him, am I a child of God? I'm sorry, I did say that.
You did say that. Well, and also sometimes we've
You're
been.
just not obedient, Vicky. You're still a child of God, just not obedient.
Thank you. Well, you got it. Obedience is better than what?
Sacrifice. Yeah.
But see, also think about this. Think about how we were taught and brought up into.
Yeah.
You sit, you do, this is how you behave. So anything that's different and contradictory than that,
Right.
it looks as if
Right.
you're not a
Right.
model Christian, you're not
Right.
doing the right things. But if you
Right.
read your word,
Right.
Say it again.
if you read
Right.
your word,
Right.
you spend some time in the word and you start talking to God and you look how Jesus, look at the 12 disciples he picked.
Yes. Come on.
It was all different.
Yeah. They all had their own issues.
And he didn't change them
Yeah.
to model a particular behavior.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
and I
right.
think that's where we kind of
That's
mess up
right.
some things.
That's so good.
We try to change people and clean them up so you can look the part
Yeah.
instead of being the part
Yeah.
by walking that walk.
Yes.
You got to read
Yes.
it, but you got to meditate on it too, and let it
Yeah.
speak to you. You can't just sit there and read words. I mean,
Well, that part.
Well, right, absolutely. So we speak what I walk.
Yeah.
Not only do you say it, but you have a follow up in your walk.
that's it.
She meant that. Why?
Yes.
Because I'm living it,
And it's consistent.
and it's consistent.
Consistency.
Yeah.
You're right. Consistency is the key.
Yes.
It's not walking on Sunday.
No.
But
It's
Monday through
every day.
Saturday.
It's consistent.
And
Yeah.
trying to do it all the day. But again, sometimes that other meal come
absolutely.
out. Yeah, but,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Well,
Absolutely.
Jesus even flipped some tables over in the
Yeah.
in the tabernacle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so but that didn't change his walk. He did get angry, he did
Yeah.
deal with that.
Yeah.
And yet he's still the son of God. Like I don't understand why
Yeah.
we
Perfect.
tend to I just,
Perfection.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But I just go back to with this walk, that walk, it is so important for us to be looking at depositing those positive seeds and who we
Yeah.
are, building that character.
Yeah.
What you do speaks more farther than what you say.
What you say? Yeah.
And I think about this too because our body language is also
Yeah. Yeah.
speaking.
Yeah.
All the time.
And so,
Absolutely.
like when your mom was saying to me, my dad was firm handshake. I remember you having a firm handshake. That meant something.
Yes.
Look people in the eye when you're speaking to
Yes.
them. Hold your head up. Hold your shoulders back.
Yes.
Be proud and not the pride like I'm in and of myself,
Right.
but I am the daughter of a king. I mean, if we really believe
Yes.
that,
And you can really believe it. That's the thing. I want us to really be able to believe it. That, that we are the daughters. We are beautiful people. We are a royal priesthood. We are that. And so if if you ever sway from that, you know what? Listen, let me get on.
Yeah.
I know who I am. It's just I needed to be thought provoking.
Yeah.
But it comes with an air of gratitude.
Yeah.
I mean, you can absolutely 100%. Because I used to tell people I'm one of God's favorite children, and it doesn't keep you from being.
I'd say I'm his favorite.
Yes.
But
yes.
and I said also with that, I'm thankful.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Thank
am
you,
so
Lord.
grateful for being in that space.
Yeah.
Just being grateful.
Yeah.
Kendra helped me with something. Lady Kendra helped me with a few years back. We're talking about hope and expectation.
Yeah.
And with hope, we put that in man.
Yeah.
But we expect God to do what he said he's going to do.
Yeah.
And when I look at this walk, that walk, the Bible is true, when you train up a child, you start depositing those things, the word in them.
Yeah.
He is faithful
Yes.
to bring it to fruition.
Yes.
He'll bring it back to their
Yes.
memory. Like the prodigal son who forgot who he was for a little while
Yes.
and then
Yes.
remembered, wait a minute,
Yes.
I know who I am.
I know who I am. Let me get back. Why am I
Yeah.
out here eating with pigs?
Yeah,
Let me go back.
let me go back.
And Mama
Let me go
said,
back.
I was living in a different country at the time. And I came home, and I had been going through some things. And I walked in the house, and my mother looked at me, and she said, oh, we going shopping because I didn't raise you to be this.
Yeah.
She did.
Yeah.
But it started my wheels turning.
Yeah.
It did.
Yeah.
I found myself back in Texas. Real quick. But I mean, it wasn't really, literally, it wasn't a year later that I was back in
Wow.
Texas.
Wow.
Because you start listening. I kept saying it to myself, this is not who I was raised to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
funny, my girlfriend and we talk about our daughters quite often. Sometimes we're like, Lord, we put all this stuff in them,
Yeah.
and they're over here. But Lord, we
Oh
put,
man.
Yes.
but they're over here. But Lord, we put.
Yes.
He said, yes, they're mine.
Yes.
Let,
Yes.
let me. And that's been a
Yes.
challenge of just being able to
To relax.
Yeah. We
and
have
turn
to
them
let
over.
it go and turn them over.
But you know,
and
it's
that's
so
that's
crazy.
daily. You have to actively practice turning them over.
Oh girl, yeah.
Like sometimes throughout
When it comes up, because listen, it affects
Yes.
us.
It does.
It
I
affects
hear
us, and we ulcers and worry and can't sleep and
All that stuff.
listen, God,
I can't do it.
I can't do what you can do.
But I had a warning on one of mine, and God said, step back, because if you don't,
Yeah, thank you,
yeah.
Lord.
And I said, that's your child.
Yeah.
Let
Yeah.
me just go and step back.
Can't do what you can do.
Yeah.
Wow. See, already. Walk that walk.
Walk that walk.
Kendra White's first children's book of many.
Yes, of many.
Of many. And it's available now on Amazon and Barnes & Noble's. Walk
Yes.
that walk.
Yes.
Please get your copy. Please get your copy. Kendra, thank you so much
Please
for
get your
joining us
copy.
today.
Thank you so much.
This was so good.
It was
This was-
wonderful.
It was.
We ought
I
to do that.
thank you for having me.
Yeah,
You
it's,
can get
Thank
a
you for
copy. I'm
having
going to get a few.
Get a few. Get a few.
thank you guys so much for joining us
Yes.
on Can You Hear Me Now? Lady Madeline, your host with Vicki Lynn. Merriweather, my co-host. Peace out. We'll see you all next time.
Out.
Ooh, sitting all alone, looking out the window, where the walls come tumbling down. That's where I'm happy with me, reflecting on who I am and all I can become. I still have many flaws, but I'm not where I used to be. I am happy with